Cover your ears, darling.
Wid Yi.
You know, I was out walking the dog with the wife. Yeah, I noticed something's a bit off about the whole thing.
What's that?
Well, we don't actually have a dog.
So what the fuck were you doing? What were you walking? Was it just you and an invisible lead? Good, here boy, everyone looking for him.
No,
there he goes.
there was a dog, but I don't know whose dog it was, and it wasn't my dog, but it just seemed to follow us about. And yeah, we were walking a dog, and
Well, there's one in every village. Episode 28, here we go.
alive in Aberdeen Christmas Village! Full of laughter, please come to Aberdeen, where we are now the 23rd best place to visit, according to some U-poll that no one's ever heard of.
Who the fuck came out with that rubbish?
Aberdeen City Council.
No.
Yeah, the council have said that this is exactly where you want to be. We're in the top 23. It's a very random number. Why we're not in the top 4? If we're in the top 4, yes, that's where you want to be, the top 23. The fact that there are 23 better places in Aberdeen to be isn't exactly going to, you know what? I'm not exactly going to go to the, because we only go to the top 22. It's not going to happen.
Can I just make an observation? Saying that we're the top 23rd place to visit,
Based on I don't know what.
a survey of people having a shit one random Tuesday. It's kind of, yeah, that's a little bit weird. It's like saying, hey guys, we're Greenock Morton. Yeah, it's kind of pathetic. Anyway.
Yeah. Apparently on that list we're better than Glasgow and Edinburgh.
There was another thing that I saw a few weeks back, and it was saying something about, like, Aberdeen's the most festive place in Scotland, or the best Christmas market, right?
If you're the Grinch.
Well, yeah, but it gets better, right? This article went on about things like, you could go to Mulhern and see King Thottage house, and you can go to Dunnottar, and you can go to Dracula's home at Fleet Castle. Basically, what this survey was saying was, Aberdeen's great for everything on the outskirts of Aberdeen.
You say on the outskirts, Balmoral's about an hour and a half's drive
okay,
away.
let's not split hairs. But
I mean, it's kind of like saying, come to Aberdeen. Edinburgh's nice.
I mean, to be fair, Edinburgh is nice. If we could
Edinburgh is nice, but it's still about a 2-hour drive.
If we could get a Christmas village like a tenth as nice as Edinburgh's, fucking hell, what a difference that would be. We, as you know, record this on a Friday night.
Yes.
We were sat looking at the Christmas village, half an hour ago?
Bearing in mind, Friday night, the town should be bouncing.
Yes.
And was it bouncing?
There were about 3 people in the whole Christmas village.
And they looked depressed.
The only guy going round on the big Ferris wheel was the guy operating it. So fuck knows how he's getting out. He's like, fuck this, I'm bored, I'm having a shot. He's probably still going round and round and round. Try not to die on us, that'd be slightly awkward.
Trying not to.
That's one less person in the Christmas village, by the way.
But the guy stuck in the Ferris wheel, they just have a skeleton going around by Christmas Eve.
Very
this
festive.
rotten corpse.
Very jolly.
Well, it's like The Nightmare Before Christmas, isn't it?
I was thinking
It's a film
that.
about skeletons at Christmas.
Yeah, technically a Halloween film as well.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up world we live in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, did you know You Bet is back on the telly tonight?
I randomly came across an advert for that a couple of days ago.
Yet another original idea. Let's bring back something washed up from the 80s and the 90s and put it back on the telly.
I mean, this is ITV who a couple of years ago got Alan Carr to do Bullseye and Strike It Lucky and...
game shows from fucking yesteryear.
Right, let me guess, Alan Carr is going to be hosting it.
No, it's your pal. Stephen Mulhern, fucking Hurlahern.
Fuck off.
Whatever his name is. I can never remember his name. That little whiny bugger with a massive forehead. He's got a forehead bigger than Crichton from Red Dwarf.
He's like...
Do you reckon, right? Him and, is it Ant from Ant and Dec?
Yeah.
I mean, Ant and Dec are kind of the one person to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But Ant's the tall one, isn't he? The two of them have got massive foreheads. Stephen
Yes, they
Mulhern and Ant from Ant and Dec. Do you think they should have a forehead off and put it on You Bet? I don't know how you have a forehead off, but they can invent it.
Do you not feel like Stephen Mulhern is like a Poundland Ant and Dec?
I reckon the producers couldn't afford Ant and Dec. That's why they gave him the job.
ITV are like, nah, we got no budget left. Who can we get? Well, Stephen Mulhern's on contract. Let's rope him in.
Yeah, he did a great job replacing Roy Walker in Catchphrase. So I couldn't even finish that in a straight face.
He was fucking atrocious. Look, at least with Roy Walker, you know, you knew where you stood. Here's another one. Have another catchphrase. Not quite right.
Why does he sound like Dougal out of Father Ted?
I don't know. Those ones, Ted, it's very scary.
You don't even get Mr. Chips anymore because now you've got to be person who identifies as whoever he wishes, Chips.
Person who identifies as the artist formerly known as Potatoes. No, I mean, Stephen Mulhern genuinely fucked catchphrase. It's one of those timeless shows. You can rest that for 2-3 years, bring it back, everyone's heard a catchphrase, everyone at home can play along. And Stephen Mulhern just stood there like a smarmy little bastard with his little pocket hanky thing.
He actually looks like he's just out of school.
He does.
Yeah, clean blazer. Definitely he was a prefect at school, I guarantee you that.
100%. He's the...
Oh, I'm telling the teacher in you. That's that bugger right through and through.
He's the cunt who studied Latin. Domestus un pussycatus bastardus.
Why does it sound like a Harry Potter spell's being cast on me here? Domesticus on pussycatus on spastitus. Whoosh! Oh, look, you've just turned me into a frog.
Stephen Mulhernius is un precious.
Funny you mentioned that. He was a magician, but
Was
when
he?
he was kids, yeah, was he not like in like, I want to say it was the Animal Magic Show or something like that. He used to do magic tricks on TV when we were kids. I could be making that up.
You know, there's one magic trick I wish he'd perform in 2024. I would just like him to fuck off.
You know when your friend has a baby?
It's been a while since any of them have, but yeah.
Well, you always seem to get that sort of pressure of, come and see the baby, come and see the baby, come and see the baby.
It's a bonny baby. Well, no one's going to tell you it's ugly.
Well, yeah, it's very true, but there's always pressure to go and see a new baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm very happy for my friends who have had babies, etc. I've not had the pleasure yet, but who knows?
It'd be a fucked up world if you suddenly spout one out.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger did in Junior, and
He did.
Wasn't Danny DeVito the dad?
Wow. What genes you're going to get?
Do you reckon the baby comes out and just "Ow, ow," instead of crying?
No, I reckon the baby comes out with like a pair of glasses and a weird bloody bald spot going, fuck you.
Oh, now that's a bet. That's one for you bet there. If Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito were to have a baby, would it look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny DeVito? You bet. Back to the whole thing about pressure, going to see a baby. Nobody ever makes this much pressure to go and see my granddad, do they? You know? Oh, come and see my granddad. Oh, come and see my granddad. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's adorable. Oh, and that's when I comes, yeah, he's 126 pounds 4 ounces. He's 1,000 months old. That's a great age for the pensioners, the mid-80s. He went to the toilet all by himself today. And I'd understand the fuss about babies if it worked both ways with pensioners. That's just my random thought.
I'm kind of with you on this. Like, my grand's at that point now, it's almost like an innocent childlike innocence. We can't let her up and down the stairs on her own.
Yeah, you can, up the stairs, you've got barriers to stop her going anywhere. And
we do.
You've got to change her nappies.
Well, I don't.
Well, no, but she does get nappies changed. And pretty sure my dad does as well. So, yeah, pensioners and babies are very much the same thing. Yeah.
Can we move on?
Do you want to do a Wid Yi?
I think we should.
Yeah, let's do a Wid Yi. We've got one on YouTube, which I will read out.
If you want to go and follow us, by the way, it's youtube.com/the Wid Yi podcast.
It's still loading.
It's not taking too long, is it? We're also on Spotify, on Apple, on Amazon. The website as well, widget.com. We put the episodes on there as well when we can be arsed, which in fairness isn't as regular as it should be. Is your website loaded yet?
It is just a second done. Okay.
Welcome to 1997, where the internet takes fucking ages.
So, Martin, Wid Yi have permanent surgery to alter your face, your body and voice to become an exact double of Boy George to pay off your mortgage.
No.
Fuck me, that was quick, was it?
Would you really want to hurt me?
Well, no, with having all that cosmetic surgery, you'd technically be a chameleon.
I mean, the thing is, no, I mean, just no.
Did you want to know? I would ask the question first. Boy George now or Boy George mid-80s? Two different looking people, same person, but they both look a bit different.
He looks quite old these days.
He's a baldy dude with a top hat.
He is. At least in the 80s,
and he paints his face funny colours.
At least in the 80s, he was a tall dude with a tall hat.
And long hair.
And long hair.
And eyelashes.
And eyelashes.
And eyebrows that made Kwasi Kwarteng look normal.
I don't think I could, because I'm not good with surgeries and hospitals and stuff.
Well,
and I'd also look a bit.
This isn't just for
out there.
This isn't just for anything. I mean, I bet you've got at least 20 years on your mortgage to pay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, so
18, I think.
I think of the money you'd save having known that's paid off. You can save for retirement. You can be a wee bit more comfortable. Well, as comfortable as you could be looking like Boy George. But that's by the by.
I don't think I could, because, yeah, I'm not good with hospitals. I'm not good with surgery. I also don't think I would want to look like Boy George. I mean, I'll take the height. I think he's taller than I am, so I'll quite happily go, yeah,
Is he? Because, like, he must be about 80 years old now, and he'll be a sort of a
probably
shriveled old man now. Mind you, he'll be tall because he always wears that shitty top hat.
Is that why? Are people measuring him to the top of the top hat?
Well, it's like when they take Marge Simpson's height, don't they? The fact that
It's
she's
always
like
the hair.
an 8 foot tall woman. But she's not an 8 foot tall woman because she's got tall hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like hospitals. I don't like surgery. No.
You wouldn't do it for the paying off your mortgage?
I don't think I would.
Do you want to know? I would consider it because it would make me one step closer to looking like my idol.
Who's that?
Slash from Guns N' Roses. The only man who can make a top hat look good.
Wid Yi.
Are you a button fly guy or a zip fly guy?
Zip.
I'm a button guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why? That's a very sensitive area down there.
It is.
And all that interlocking bits of metal. I'm more comfortable with a button.
Zip because of ease of access, ease of egress.
Button because you don't get your foreskin caught in a zip.
Zip because I'm not two.
Button because I like my penis.
Zip because I'm not an idiot. Why are we having this conversation about button or zip? The thing is, right, particularly...
Let us know in the YouTube comments, are you a button guy or a zip guy? Vote now.
The results may surprise you. No, thing is, right, think about things like nights out and that.
Uh-huh.
If you've had a skinful and you're looking for the lav...
Look, I'm not having to talk about skinfuls when I'm talking about my zipper.
Well, listen, hear me out here. You're absolutely trolleyed. You're needing to go to the lav, and you're fumbling about with a button that somehow seems to be on a wall about 30 feet away from you because you're drunk. A zipper is just like... away it goes.
Or you could just piss yourself. Anyway, shall we do a What's Up Your Wid Yi?
I think we should. Now, if you want to get in touch, remember...
4474606 4393. What's up your Wid Yi? Would you?
Would you eat a burger from a toilet floor at Atlanta airport? This is a grass-fed beef fancy burger. And this specific floor is the arrivals exit at the Atlanta airport. Would you eat that for 200,000 pounds?
That's very absurdly specific.
So we have to go to Atlanta airport to eat a burger off the toilet floor in the arrivals exit?
I'm going to guess, right? Phil is from Florida, so obviously that airport is quite near and dear to him. That's maybe where he gets flights to and from wherever he's going. In my experience, American public toilets are not great.
Right.
So I'm just half expecting the toilet in the arrivals lounge at Atlanta airport to be awful.
Is this going to make the train spotting toilet frequented by Ewan McGregor look nice?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not been to America more than once, but that one time I was in America, the public toilets were, you know, you've got to use them.
See, I'm leaning to yes, and I never thought I'd say this.
Eat a burger off a boggin floor.
In Atlanta airport in the arrivals.
It's a good quality burger as well.
Grass-fed Aberdeen Angus, I believe Phil said. Thing is, have you never read those surveys that tell you, lavy floors are more hygienic than your computer keyboard?
I can quite believe that, to be honest. But I wouldn't eat a burger off my computer keyboard.
So, Atlanta arrivals is going to be paradise compared to that shit. 200 grand. Yeah, I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
But what you're saying is the floor in your toilet is cleaner than your keyboard.
No, not my toilet. The floor, generally speaking, in toilets. Floor of my toilet's minging.
When I'm hearing about all these American toilets, I mean, on my Instagram, I review toilets, as we've spoken about before. But there's a couple of guys from America that have said you should really review the toilets in America, and they've sent me pictures of the most disgusting things that a trucker's just been sucked off in. We're talking disgusting, horrible shit. So,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at a truck stop. Phil was very specific. It had to be Atlanta arrival exits.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he's specifically saying this not because of the cleanliness. Well, maybe he is saying it because of the cleanliness of the toilet.
Because it's a convenient convenience.
It might well just be a shithole. I do not know. It might just be you go into the toilet, there's a lot of tiles, but as soon as you go in, there's a shit stain that goes right up the bathroom mirror above where you wash your hands.
Well, I'm not going to put the burger down there, am I? That's just minging.
But you're going to put it on the floor, and you've got to eat it up off the floor.
Away from the shit, yeah.
But there might be shit on the floor.
I'm going to hope that the cleaner's been in.
What cleaner? There might not be cleaners. You look at these places that I've had pictures of toilets sent to me. They're not nice.
Well, for 200 grand, I can get a decent cleaner in.
Wid Yi.
Did you know if a woman is uncomfortable watching you masturbate, it's one of three things?
No?
1, she has intimacy issues. 2, she's very frigid. Or 3, she really needs to sit somewhere else on the bus.
Oh dear.
Ah, well, let's do another Wid Yi. Look at this, it's a big one. It's quite a big bit of paper.
That's what she said. Hey!
Wid Yi. Go out on a date, be all romantic, until hanky-panky time, where you've got to speak in the voice of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob until either you finish or she leaves. So,
What's my reward?
Well, either you get laid and you get 50 quid out of it. Well, at least you're getting your hole.
How does Mr. Krabs sound? I mean,
Hello, boy.
Hi, he's the one to be like, I be serving thee burgers.
Money. I like money.
Thing is, I couldn't do it tonight because I'm genuinely on the.
I'm just recovering from a cold and this is killing my throat. To
I'm
be honest.
genuinely in the middle of losing my voice, so
I'm just getting my voice back. That's why I'm not as.
This isn't a time-sensitive one, is it? I don't have to go and find somebody tonight, try and date them, and then do a Mr. Krabs impression.
No, but get yourself on, I don't know, Grindr or whatever you go on.
Plenty of crabs.
But I'd just keep it nice and quiet. Get yourself a date, take her out for a nice few drinks, get her back to yours, and give her a right good kiss softly on her neck, and then just in her ear, just say,
I like money.
What if she's a SpongeBob fan? That might be a weird turn.
Well, it might be a real weird turn if she starts talking like,
Come on, boy.
I mean, to be fair, I don't want to be whispering into her ear, come on, boy, do I?
Okay, could you imagine doing that with the thrusting motion?
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Not really. I mean, I'll try it, but I don't think I could do it this weekend because I can barely speak, let alone do a Mr. Krabs impression.
This reminds me of a game I used to play with a guy.
Was it called Come On Boy?
No. What it was, we had this bet for about 2 months. When you send each other a text saying, do your best Mick Jagger impression, you had to actually stop what you were doing, dance around like Mick Jagger, and mimic him doing everything that you did.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, he claims that one day I just sent him a text at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night.
Sounds like you.
Yeah. And just said to him, do your best Mick Jagger impression. Apparently he was on the job. So he had to stop what he was doing and start, I mean, I can't remember what his impression was, but he had to stop doing what he was doing. And then at the end, he just sent me a text message back after about 5 minutes and said, you do know I was in the middle of plugging somebody, right?
I take it your friend's now single.
I think he's a married man now. I haven't spoke to him in about 10 years. It's been a long time, but...
Did he marry the one that he was Mick Jaggering?
I don't know.
This needs a follow-up. We can't have a cliffhanger.
Well, actually not. We can just go straight in. So, would you go out on a date, be all romantic, go to do hanky-panky time, but at that point, that's when you've got to change character and speak non-stop in Mr. Krabs' voice until either you finish or she leaves.
It's probably better than doing a Mick Jagger.
Wid Yi.
Every time I go on a plane, I always want to have a safety pee and a safety poo.
Do you want to know what gets me when you talk about the safety pee and the safety poo? Why is there always outside the airport toilet 2 people in high-vis jackets holding a wheelchair? Is that because you've just had the dump from hell?
Yes.
And your arse is just it looks like you've just shoved a train through a tunnel and you've got your arse just sort of clapping about and you just can't get up and just no, I need to get help, and then you get wheelchaired out of there.
I remember coming back from Turkey last year. Coming back, we were in is it Dalaman Airport? I think it is. And I had to go the long way around to the toilet, and then it was like going through this industrial estate sort of corridor, like, you know, in the back of shopping centres. You imagine got like the access alleyway. I had to fly down one of them to get to the loo about half an hour before our plane was due.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, my God, 1, I'm going to get lost, and 2, I'm probably going to shit myself before I find the toilet. I mean, there's something about going for a safety poo that makes me very anxious anxious in an airport.
Do you want to know? Go for a safety poo before you fly, but they will not let you use the toilet on a plane before takeoff.
I don't like using toilets on moving vehicles, planes or trains.
Well, do you want to know why they don't let you do it while the plane hasn't taken off?
Because you hit the spotters.
There's no tank in these planes, the shite just drops out.
That's what I mean, you hit the plane spotters, don't you?
Well, I'm thinking...
Look, Nigel, it's a Boeing 75. Ah!
I'm actually thinking to avoid skid starts.
Should we do another Wid Yi?
Let's do it.
Wid Yi try and hard boil a Cadbury's cream egg for lunch? That is your reward. If you hard boil it, you got lunch.
Hard boil a
Cadbury's cream
it would
egg.
melt. It would just be like watery chocolate.
If you don't watch these videos, I know you don't do TikTok, right? But you get all these numpties who are like, did you know this hack? If you got a bag of Pringles and you melt them down in a pan of water and then you add some butter and some milk and you mash it all together, you've got the Pringliest mashed potato. Maybe that's what they want you to do with the Cadbury's cream egg. Hard boil it because they know it's going to melt.
Well, I'll tell you, see, when you talk about these life hack videos, there's a really handy one that I sort of live by.
What's that?
Well, put it this way. How much time does it take to boil water for making pasta?
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah, it takes a good 10 minutes to boil the water up for your pasta. What to do? Boil the water, then freeze it. Then when you defrost it, the water's already boiled, so you've got your boiled pasta pretty quick.
And all you need to do is heat it up.
Yeah, genius, isn't it?
Very good. Yeah, I'll try that one.
Right, I will be honest with this. Hard boil a Cadbury's cream egg.
I mean, it seems like a waste of a cream egg, to be
It
honest.
seems like just dirty pans. It's going to take fucking forever to wash.
Yep, that's what I'm smelling.
Yeah, and this is just for my lunch.
Just for lunch. If you can hard boil it, you get your lunch.
Nah, I think I'll let that one go, to be honest with you.
You sure?
Yeah. I'll get one for you, actually.
Go on, then.
Yeah. Would you jam a peanut up your urethra?
No.
For £1 billion?
No.
You're not so sure now, are you?
No.
No. Well, I'm going to say it's a peanut. It's not a monkey nut, so you don't have the massive shell. It's just a peanut from a packet of peanuts. I'm going to make this more interesting. For £2 billion, it's a chili nut.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
These nuts?
My pee-pee hurts.
Wid Yi.
I don't know what it is about retro TV, but it seems to be something everyone gets interested in. We've asked this question before. What TV show would you bring back? I know what I would bring back.
What's that?
In a heartbeat, Noel's House Party.
Okay. Do you want to know what I would bring back in a heartbeat?
Heartbeat?
Not heartbeat, no. But think of it this way. We've had a lot of retro TV brought back over the years. Like we've already covered, we've had Alan Carr bringing back Bullseye and Strike It Lucky.
Challenge Annika keeps coming back and just won't die.
Yeah, we've had Catchphrase brought back several times. Gladiators has come back. You Bet's back on the telly tonight. He's dead, sadly, but I would bring back Beadles About, or a programme similar to Beadles About that's not Beadles About because Jeremy Beadle, God rest his soul and all that. But would you watch another show that's similar to Beadles About if they had it presented by, I don't know, Harry Hill or something like that?
I think as long as it wasn't Stephen fucking Mulhern, I'd give it a go.
Look, let's face it, if Stephen Mulhern was to take all the tiles off my roof and come and put a microphone and go, ha ha ha, it's funny, I would just flatten him out. But if it's somebody like Dara O'Brien, then yeah, okay, that's when you maybe think this is actually quite funny, because I like Dara O'Brien, but Stephen Mulhern, I would probably just break his face.
I think Jimmy Carr.
No, I would break his face. Jamie Carr is on every TV show on Comedy Central.
This is true.
And you get a bit bored of him.
I'm trying to think who you could have in place of Jeremy Beadle to do something along the lines of Beadle About.
I mean, who could... Well, could you imagine if you got, like, one of the Jackass guys to do something like that? That would be quite... I mean,
Johnny Knoxville.
I was thinking Steve-O.
Yeah, that could be quite funny.
Yeah, dude. Steve-O's about.
There was that time Jeremy Beadle launched somebody's van into some dock somewhere.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it'd been
right,
at a fish market or something.
Yeah, and it had all those tools and shit in the back
But it
of the
wasn't the
van.
guy's van, it was obviously another one they'd bought. It was a scrapper, and they're like,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be fucking hilarious? Steve will be like, that van's in the scrap pile. And the guy be like, what? Hey, Steve-O, did you put your van in the scrap pile? Wouldn't be very subtle.
No.
You wouldn't be able to hide it. Be like, that's so funny. Fuck, we're filming.
Oh dear, but...
Can we just redo that, guys?
Well, the reason I said Steve-O, they do a lot of candid camera for Jackass, or they did.
do.
And, I mean, I don't know about the Impractical Jokers, I don't know about them, they're a bit too... How people don't recognise them in the street when they're doing shit, I don't know.
I was instantly thinking there, you could get someone like Steve Carell, but you've got to go for somebody who's less well-known.
Or go for somebody that is well... I mean, it wasn't Jeremy Beadle that went and did all the acting in Beadles About. He would just turn up dressed as a traffic warden
At the
and shove a
end.
microphone in somebody's face. So they hire all these actors to do what they're doing in their prank.
Dom Jolly.
Oh.
Dom Jolly, because he likes traffic wardens, he likes squirrels.
And he can do an accent. He's always like talking like that. And then all of a sudden, he's a master of disguise. Dom Jolly.
That's a good shout.
Watch out, Jolly's about. Da-da-da. Watch out, Jolly's about. You had better watch out, 'cause Jolly's about.
Was it not Chaz and David did the theme tune to that as well?
It
was
sounds a bit
very Chaz and Davy.
I still think the best Beadles about was the one where they convinced that woman that an alien had crash landed in her front garden.
No, I don't remember that one.
Do you not?
No.
It was fucking hilarious. And it's on YouTube now. It's still the funniest thing I've seen in ages. But the best part is they had this very convincing crash scene in her front garden. They had police, they had tape everywhere, they had fake reporters. They spent money and practiced this a lot. This woman came back and found this big thing in her garden, and the police are shoving her back saying, you can't come in here, you can't come in here.
Oh, it's like Area 51.
A bit like Area 51, but but it's my garden. I want to get into my house. It's my garden. So,
I got to water the begonias.
This is your garden. All right, fine, we'll let you in, And they took her and said, look, this is something else. Something's happened. What's happened? What's happened to my garden? An alien has crash landed. No, there's no be an alien here. But that's when the alien spaceship opened up and out came the alien.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really bad model of an alien. And this was a make or break moment on TV where she had to actually, they've convinced her, the alien's here, you've got to talk to the alien. And what does she do? Would you like a cup of tea? So they're offering the alien a cup of tea. Would you like a cup of tea? It is the funniest thing you'll ever see, and you'll never get anything like that on TV ever again, because people are not that thick.
No, they're not. And the thing is, choice, I think, has diluted down TV to the point everything's now micromanaged and people in Sunderland might not find that particularly funny.
People in Devon might be offended that you've got an alien in the garden because they've got like Area Devon 1.
Yeah. Tell you what they might be offended by.
What's that?
This widget.
Uh-oh.
Would you eat a slice of cake knowing that a loved one's ashes were used in the cake mix in exchange for a Happy Meal? This is genuinely in our tub of widgets. Would you eat a slice of cake knowing that someone you used to know and love has obviously passed, has been cremated,
Well, I kinda
and
hope
is
they're
now in the
not
cake mix?
I would kind of hope they're cremated because I don't exactly want to eat into a cake and find my granddad's toe in there. Find a finger bone in there, or
Finger looking good.
it sounds a lot like South Park when when Kenny died. And they got his ashes and they turned him into like hot chocolate, and next thing you know is Kenny's possessed in Cartman or something. I can't remember how it went. Something like that. Would I do that? I really
For
don't
a Happy
know.
Meal?
Just for a Happy Meal.
Well, that means you get a toy.
A shitey toy now. You get a choice of a toy or a book. And what's the toy? Something made of paper, because plastic's bad. And what's the book? I can't read, so it doesn't matter.
Thanks for listening.
Would you do us a favour and check back again next week?
And don't forget to find and like us on the socials.
Would you?